Hi guys, it's George from City Metro Audio Visual here. And then I just wanted to introduce you guys to a video that we wanted to do. It's a bit of a segment on our website that we've started, Backstage. And where in this particular video, we want to focus on projectors versus LED screens. We've had a few clients with inquiries for both, and they usually have the same sort of questions and wanting to know why there's a bit of a price difference. There's pros and cons to both of them, and I wanted to highlight that on here. So we'll start off with the projectors. They're old faithful, everyone knows them, everyone's accustomed to them, they've been around for many, many years, and they still have their place in the market. They usually are the most cost-effective option out of the two, depending on how you use them. We're going to focus on the basics on this one, so we're going to go too in-depth on things in terms of like rigging, hanging, front project, rear project. This is mainly just to give you a bit of an insight on projectors and LED screens. With the projectors, as we all know, we've all seen them, we're all used to them. They do require lighting in the room to be dim. Any natural sunlight or any fluorescent lighting does hurt the image, and that does affect your visuals. Now you can counter that with brighter projectors or laser projectors, but then again the pricing goes up and up and up and up, and you get to a point where perhaps you start comparing it to a LED screen. The good part about projectors is that they are cost effective, they're affordable. They're also a lot easier to set up and a lot quicker, depending on the way you set them up, of course. There are different ways you can rig them. You can do rear project, you can do front project. The way most people have seen them is through front project, and that's somewhat the standard, depending on what you're trying to do. Technology has changed so much now that if you're considering doing a rear project with a projector, then you start looking more at the LED screen scenario. Why the LED screen technology has taken over the projectors in recent times is due to their brightness factor and the wow effect it creates. Now you come to a meeting, you expect to see a projector and screen, whereas a LED screen transforms that all together. Not only can you use it while the lights are all on in the room, there might be some natural sunlight that would normally hurt a projector, but the LED screens, you don't have to worry about that. They look amazing, they look very vibrant, definitely create that wow factor in the room. And again, not that many people are used to seeing them live. Cameras love them, everything works well with them. There are some downsides or some cons to that technology. That's usually the price point. That's the first thing the client sees is the price point. It does involve more to set them up. They come in different configurations in terms of screens, but they don't come in one big screen. You have to kind of build that. On top of the build, you have to then network the screens together. Usually, somewhat, screens come in 500 by 500 mils. You do get 500 by 1 meter screens and other configurations. However, they're the two standards. And with building that, you have to put them all together, raise it or ground stack it, which creates a lot more labor. And that's usually why they're a little bit more expensive. Other things that perhaps clients don't see, it's also the maintenance value on LED screens, a lot more than say a projector, which is just the one unit. For a basic setup. With the LED screens, you have to fix the LED modules one at a time if they do break over time, so that's something to be considerate of. The other thing that perhaps might pull you away from the LED screen is the power source. They do need 3-phase to run safely. Some venues can't cater for that, or perhaps some venues have the 3-phase really far away. However, it is a technology that's overtaking the projectors for now and for a while now, I should say. Let me know in the comments or anywhere else what other questions you might have about these two technologies. This is just a bit of a brief overview of what they are and what you should look out for. If you look at our website, we do have a blog there. It's called Backstage, where we touch on this subject along with other subjects that we'll be talking about in the near future. So yeah, feel free to check out our website, cinemetroav.com.au, where you'll see our blog, Backstage, and on there you'll see this topic along with many other industry topics.